This is a weight scale I picked up for him. Here's the KMR. Now the KMR says for every 4 ounces of body weight he should have 2 tablespoons of the KMR daily. So I have since weighed him. This is the weight scale. And he is 5.1 ounces according to the weight scale. Oops, he's moving off of it. Okay. Try to catch him when he's sleeping, so he stays on just enough time for the scale to indicate what his weight is. And then you just calculate what that is. Factor that in. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm using the pajama bottom to do the little hot dog thing. I just wrap it around his arms so he doesn't push your food away, push the syringe away. This is a little Twitchee. Okay, this is what I do with Twitchee. He's a little hot dog kitty now. And I just warmed up his milk. It's perfect. Perfect. Now the way I do it, because he's not comfortable when I do the little hot dog thing, the little kitty with the squirmy thing. So I break it in half during the feeding session. I just got half now, and then I do the potty thing later on. Okay, just target it in, and if there's any spills, you should wipe his little mouth if there's a little spill, because the KMR, the milk, it cakes on and it dries on his fur if you neglect that, and because it's not always exact when you put it in his mouth, some of it might spill out. You should wipe it every single time. Wipe it every single time. And we'll do that again. Yes, my dear. See how his eyes have opened nicely? He is, this is Friday, so he's, is it 13 days old? 13 days old at this point. What are you doing last time? Yep, there we go. There we go. Good little arm again. There we go. Now, it's good to have everything organized before you wake up the little guy, because when he wakes up, he's going to be all anxious and needing your attention. So keep him asleep until you have your tray out and your little whole basin out, and you've already nuked up the towels and you've nuked up the milk, or you've made the formula. Now, the formula, any formula that's made will not last more than 24 hours. So just make enough for that day. Just make enough for that day. Oh, yes, I know it. Oh, there we go again. There we go. It seems the sweetest little thing. Now, he tries to bite it. I know. He tries to sometimes gulp it in, so you just be careful with that. And just stroke his little wee head, just a little bit more. Then I'm going to do a little Jacob's ladder thing for his exercise. I think because he's teething, he likes to chew on my thumb. He likes to suckle on it. It's okay if you do that not for too long, because, and do not, I would recommend, do not let him lick your skin because of the salt. There's lots of salt in your flesh, and of course he doesn't know better, but I recommend not allowing that. Okay. There we go. There we go, sweetheart. Yes, I know, darling. Don't give him too much. You don't want him to upchuck or regurgitate anything that he's consumed. Because of his age, 2 to 3 hours, 2 to 3 hours every single day, apart, 2 to 3 hours eating because of his age, then you can stretch it out so much later as he gets older. I know. Just one more little drop before I... And if he resists opening the mouth, don't force it. Don't force opening his mouth. See, he doesn't like the little hot dog thing, but I recommend it. Might be easier for feeding. There we go. Oh, there we go. Wipe his little mouth. There we go. Okay, I'm going to give him a little bit of breather from this confinement. And this little exercise routine. Fine. He loves to climb. Actually, I'll make it longer. Climb. Climb Jacob's ladder, darling. There's Jacob's ladder. Yes. Good exercise. Good exercise. He has a lot of... These little arms of his are very, very strong. He can pull up his body weight. He can pull up his body weight. Yes, he can. Yes, he can. Now, what I would recommend, what I do, what my husband does, we always have quality time with him. I have a routine where I feed him, give him a few in the syringe. I've already prepared enough for him for this feeding session, but I just put so much in it. It cools down quickly, so I just put so much in the syringe. Then I feed him just enough, a little bit, take away his little hunger pangs. Then I give him a little crawly session. Then what I'll do is I'll start feeding him again with the rest in the syringe, and then you have to check their bladder and the little poop tube to make sure that they're going to the bathroom. What works for me, for him rather, is I heat up a damp face cloth or a damp cloth, stimulate his bladder. That will be shown shortly. But if you apply a dampness, a warm dampness down there, I find it triggers it more quickly than without. It's either or, but I find it works. If you just put it on, just rest it on, and whoop, there it goes, you know. So, by the way, he had, at the last feeding session, he had a real big pee. It was a really big one. So that was good.
Sure.
But, I mean, so if he doesn't do a big one this time, it's, you know. And then definitely clean down that area afterwards. Okay, honey, you had a little crawling thing. A little Jacob's ladder. Now. Yes, you are. There you go. Little papa. This is a little too much. There you go. I know. I know, my dear. Oh, you are so. Okay. Mm-hmm. It's certainly not an exact science, is it, when you're trying to figure this out? I know. There we go. Look, there's his little paw. Oh, there we go. Open nap time. Open nap time. There we go. Little mouth. Sometimes after you put food in his mouth and he closes it, there's a little bit of still around the mouth. One more and then I'm going to give you those back. Here you go. There we go. Okay. Now, I grab a different cloth for this potty. Okay. I just grabbed a pillowcase. I put them on a pillowcase. Okay, how do you keep that up? So what I have, actually, what's handy is you get a little basin. I have a little basin here. Put them in the basin. And just temporarily close it so it doesn't get out. And then I'm going to go nuke it up because it's cooled down by now. I'm just going to go nuke up the cloth. Massage around the bladder area, lower abdomen area. Massage, massage. I'll just apply a little bit of warm cloth down there. Because it triggers something. Massage, massage, massage. I hold his little tail down so I see if anything's going on. Doesn't look like he has anything to do right now. Just put a little more warmth down there. Oh no. Oh no. Go. So it doesn't look like there's anything going on. But if there is, you just wipe it. Yes, perfect. Put the damp thing in there, just inside, and I'll get back my cloth this evening. Yes, my dear. I know. He doesn't like that. Oh. There we go. Use a separate cloth to which you wipe his mouth with from the what you use for his potty. Just keep your cloth separate. Now, before his eyes open, it was highly recommended that you wash his eyes. I had a third cloth for his eyes at that point. While they're closed, you just get a damp, very clean cloth and just wipe it over his eyes. But his eyes are completely open now, so that's not necessary anymore. There we go. Some more. More. One more, I'll give you some exercise again. One more, I'll give you more exercise. Oh, there we go. That was a good one. That was a good little dose of food. Now what I got, and I'll show, I just got a couple of little baby, this is a baby toothbrush, so some really soft bristles. When it's constantly damp down there, sometimes it might get matted. So I just brush it underneath. Yes, my dear. This is just going to be his little chin brush, because I'm always wiping it under there. And then I have a bigger brush for the rest of them. I'll take them out. Jacob's ladder again. This is all bunchy. Boy, his claws are really sharp. You gotta watch it. Like little needles. He always gravitates to the warmth of the neck. He likes to curl up and snuggle around the neck. And then brush. Hard to just quality time. Couple of more little ladder crawls, and then I've got to finish feeding the other half of his food. Actually, I think I might forget the 2 days mark, because I took a break already. During his next feeding, 3 hours from now, I'm going to this formula. I was just going to give him a little bit of a break. I put the film over here. What I use when I'm making formula for every one part of the KMR, I use a mortar and pestle. So I put 1 tablespoon in here, no, 2 tablespoons in here of the KMR, then 2 tablespoons of water, boiling water. I boil it, and then I mulch it around really well. After it's mulched and really pureed, then I put the other 2 tablespoons of water, and I mulch it around again. And anything that is, because it's a powder, if there's any clumps, I don't like it when it's clumpy in the syringe, so I strain it. I use a little fine strainer, and I pour this from the mortar and pestle. I put the strainer, and then I pour it from here and there, and anything that didn't get finely mulched, this will catch it, and it'll make it just really smooth. Because it's a cakey formula, if there's clumps in his throat, I don't like syringing clumps of it in his throat. Oh, goodness. He's really... Yes, he's disgusted because I banged him temporarily. I'm going to close it because his formula has to be heated up again. The latter part of it. depending on how much is in here, how severely cold it is, if you're heating it from room, when it gets chilled just a little bit from dormancy in between sessions, I just put it on 5 or 6 seconds. If you're just taking it out of the fridge within that 24-hour period, which you've already made, it's pretty chilled. So I put it down 8 or 9 seconds, and that get it warm enough. But you can kind of guesstimate when you're nuking it. It's very, very minimal amount, just enough to heat it up. Now I'm back. Come here, darling. So this entire routine takes us about an hour. For every 3 hours, there's an hour of time. Because we like to spend minimally 15 minutes just of quality time after all the routine is done. Okay, here's the other half. Here we go. Okay, sweetheart. Here we go. I know. Yes, my darling. Look how beautiful this is. Every once in a while, he likes to suckle on the baby finger. It's nice on his gums because his teeth are starting to come through, I think. And there's also milk at the end of it. And it makes him feel content. You know, that the motion of suckling, almost like with his real mother, the suckling action. There we go. Okay. There we go. But as I say, licking this is just the suckling at the tip of the finger, but licking the skin, you know, don't let him do that. He might tend to do that if you let him go around onto or something, you know, during quality time. We're almost there. We're almost there. Yes, we are. Here we go. Oh, there goes the little arm again. Okay. Come on, honey. Yeah. Okay. As I say, if you just open his little mouth, don't force it. Just give it a little time. That's why it takes time to feed them. But try to avoid as much as possible. Don't overfeed them like each mouthful, because if they do bring up, regurgitate, it's because you're forcing it too quickly, too much at once. Okay. Here you go, honey. There we are. Try this again. Okay. Oh, that didn't work too well, did it? We'll do this again. Yes, we will. His head is so soft. It's just a soft little fluff. Twitchee hot dog. Oh, it's Twitchee hot dog. There we go. That's his name, Twitchee. Okay. There we go. Ah, that's better. Here we go. We're almost done. Quality time. Quality time is nice. This is all that's left in this syringe. Good round. Come on, down. Whoops. Try this again. Yes, my dear. Yes, you are. Almost done. Let's go. Oh, beautiful, my dear. Oh, that was good. I think this is one more little mouthful, and we're done. Well, his arms are strong, boy. One more. One more. Okay, that's it. That is a little, for the 3-hour period. Now I get another cloth, and someone else is going to be giving him the quality time, namely my husband, and we'll get that on film as well. Alright. Okay, we are now on quality time. My husband is off to do the filming, so I'm doing the quality time. Just caress him, get the other brush. Okay, I just want to check his chin. Make sure I brush his chin. There we go. Now, this is the other little baby brush. The softest bristle you can find in a baby's brush, an infant brush. This is good to brush him. And, or if you want to brush his little tummy. That little tummy now. Wasn't that fat when I found him? I found him when he was 4 days old. April the 7th. This is now April the 16th. So we're doing the math. Math is not my strength. But that makes him, I think, 13 days old. I think he'll be exactly 2 weeks tomorrow, which is Saturday. Now I like to put the flannel top white part up, not the dye part. I don't like him kneading on a piece of cloth, a flannel cloth with color in it. Maybe it's okay, but I put the white inside part up. This is the nurturing time. He likes to knead, or he'll suckle on the blanket. Just stroke him. Or hold him in your hand, whatever calms him down. This is his downtime. So as I say, quality time can be anywhere from 15 minutes to a half an hour just by itself. But that's by choice, because we want to bond with him and that. My husband will have quality time with him, or I'll have quality time with him, whatever. What he likes to do. This is the entire routine from beginning to finish. What I'll do, what he likes to every once in a while, play with his little belly, massage him, play with his little belly. Yeah. Play with his little belly. His cute little ears, massage him. Or a little twitchy. When he sleeps, he twitches. Oh, yes. When he sleeps, he makes the funniest little twitching motions. That's why we named him Twitchee. Even when he grows up to be mature and an older cat, he's forever going to be Twitchee. Or she. We don't know his gender yet. I'm assuming he'll be a male.
They're all itsy pinches anyway.
Yes, spayed or neutered. They're all neutralized one way or another at 6 months or so. You know. Spay or neuter your pet, unless you're a professional breeder or, you know. But I mean.
Thank you, Bob Barker.
Yeah, Bob Barker. Him and his wife, boy, they really love their animals. He's getting sleepy. Sometimes his mouth's a little croaky and a little subdued. See his strength? See his strength? Look at his fat little bottom. He's getting fat. He's doing well. Look at his little fatness. Look at his fat little ugly. For 13 days old, he's really doing well. Lovely. He's that precious little. Perfectly safe. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to film where we spot. This is our balcony here. And I was cleaning the property around the parking lot here. And here's a white car. I'm going to zoom in. As I was cleaning along the fence there, this is where I found, I'm zooming in on the spot, just on the other side of this fence, in this area, right against the fence. This is the area where I found them, back on April the 7th. And it was rainy and cold that day. I thought I'd show that. Now, this is his little nursing room. This is his bed. Now this is a little square piece of fur from a very, very old, like a 45-year-old hat that I've had like forever. That's all that's left of it. He kind of bonded with that little hat. However, this nice, comfortable blanket. And I keep all his supplies in here. And music. I got a kind of a bed for him with a clear top where there's lots of view from him, lots of air, but he can't crawl out. Even as he gets a little bit bigger, the bed will be a perfect size for him, but he won't be able to crawl out and get away when he's unattended. And this is his little supply shelf here. I'm just going to stop the light off for a minute while you're filming. That's a little night light thing for him that's on when I turn the light off. And he has music. He's calming down. And a little heating pad because I like a cool room out there. I just very low. This has a very, very low where it's just ever so mildly warm. It's nowhere near hot. It just radiates warmth down a bit. It's just cooler out there. And I only put it on like for about 10-15 minutes. The warmth kind of comes him down, like my husband's hands do when he holds them. So, I'll step on the way. Continue. Now, there's a green supply bag up there, hanging on the wall. That's where I keep the syringes, different types of syringes in the bag there, and whatever else might be in there. And stuff. And he's now going to bed for another 3 hours until we get him for another 3 months.